Hello, my name is Elizabeth Wanjiru Kimani, or my musical name is Shizo. Welcome to our first show of Afedape. We are hosting Mercy, who's the CEO of Afedape. Mercy, welcome.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
We are so glad to have you here in Afedape show. So maybe you can tell us something about yourself.
I am Mercy Kimani, a percussionist, a musician generally, and also a music business enthusiast.
Wow. So, Mercy, how did you come up with Afedape?
That's a good question. So, it started a few years back. Initially, it was an initiative to empower ladies and get them opportunities, but it grew to become an organization where we create opportunities to teach music, to perform music, and to help the ladies in the society.
Oh, wow. So what instruments do you play in Afedape?
Percussions.
Oh my God. Wow. I have a lot of percussion friends and they tell me percussions, you make very loud mistakes.
Wow. True. But it's musical.
So
loud but musical.
Why percussion? Why not keyboard? Why not guitar? Why percussion per se?
Let me tell you, I didn't choose it. It chose me. Because now where I've come from, it's a musical family. Uh-huh. So when I started playing the instrument, I started playing the congas back in primary school. Mm-hmm. And that's because my mom used to play it. And then now I got to play the drum set in high school. So I tried the guitar. It could not work. I know you are a pro violinist. I don't know how you do it with the bows and, the fingering. It didn't work for me. So percussions.
Percussion was it for you?
And also I feel like it's also my heartbeat. So I love it.
Really?
Yes.
So did you get any formal learning in percussion, or is it just something that you just learned from friends, or just Googled it?
So interesting story. I've never been in a school like this to learn about percussion. I just started, as I mentioned, playing as a kid at church. Now, after high school, like a few years back, I went to YouTube School of Music. I started learning the notes, the music theory about drum sets. And that's how I got to practice it and play it, and ended up even doing exams. And now I'm in an orchestra because of self-taught percussion music.
Oh my God, I'm super impressed.
Thank you.
Also because you belong to the same orchestra, so I've heard you play and you're really good.
Oh, stop it.
And you learned on your own. Wow.
Yeah.
So being part of an orchestra, playing for an orchestra and playing for gigs, because I know you've done several gigs, what can you say is the difference?
There are a number of differences. First of all, I noticed such a huge gap with the percussion section in orchestras and in live performances. So in the orchestra, it's really a wide section. There is the pitched percussion and then pitched. We have timpanis, xylophone, glockenspiel. So because that is more classical. And then now we have the unpitched. Those are the shakers, the congas, all these the drum kit, all these other drum sets. Now in the live setup, in the western side, I do see there's a lot of some of the orchestral being implemented in the live. However, in Kenya, the most they go is the percussion, the congas, djembe, then a few shakers, tambourines here. But I've never seen a live gig with the artists playing a timpani, xylophone. So I think that's a gap I've noticed. However, they equally balance each other, but I feel like for the orchestral percussion, it's way fuller. That's a word.
Yeah. But okay, I don't know. I often see I have a keyboard, and you see on the keyboard there are, they have already installed some of those percussion instruments. Do you feel the taste, or I'm looking for a word, the feel that the keyboard gives for a timpani, is it the same as an actual timpani?
Actually, first of all, you're right about the piano. The piano is also percussion. So I forgot to mention that it is in the live setup and in the orchestral. So for the feel, no, it can never. In fact, for producers, I urge you producers in the studio, please, let's have the orchestral percussions in the studio because there's such a different, it's good, but it sounds a bit plastic. If you give someone a timpani to play it, what they feel from their soul playing that, a shaker, a conga, what they're playing is quite different from the sound even to just, like there's a soul that comes with it to playing that music. If you give someone to play the djembe and you give the pianist to play that djembe on the piano, yes, it will play the djembe, but it is never the same. The feel is never the same.
What about like our traditional instruments? Do you feel like with our current music scene, are they embraced enough, or is there room where we can also put them across? Because like the other day I was at a concert for a friend, and she was talking about, the next thing she wants to do, she wants to have isukuti drums there because she's Luya. And, like there's that kafil when there's isukuti drums. Do you feel like we need to embrace more of also our cultural instruments? Do you feel like they would blend with our music scene?
Actually, that's what Afedape does mostly. So I started writing about Kenyan music, different types of genres on the blog, and just telling the story of how they came about and their impact in the society. And so that is where I want us to head. Like having, the kamba instrument, the luya isukutis, the giriama instruments being implemented in those live settings so that people can even relate. When the Kikuyus are playing their songs and you're feeling it, the Maasais are playing and then they're tapping their feet, and the giriamas especially with those, I've forgotten the name, the ones that they play, the
jingles.
The jingles, but there's like a name, they named them. It really gives life to that music, and it will be so amazing to have that in a live setup. And I think I know that lady, and I love how she does her music. In fact, even in the studios, she has most of the percussion done live.
I also, like, the show was really nice. I could see her. She had like a shaker on the stage. It was really, really, really nice. We're talking about you, Mohonja, by the way.
Yes, Mohonja.
Yeah, so like I really appreciate, like I feel like we have really, really neglected our cultural instruments, and I feel they do add something. Like there's that kafil when you walk into like a Corino church. It's just theirs, it's just they have their own thing going on, and then you go to Lejo Maria, they also have their own thing going on. And I feel like we should bring that together. Like it is something that worth bringing. So do you think as a percussionist or as a percussion player, has playing percussion, how has it influenced your life?
So well, it has a lot of lessons. It's a good question. But the few that I know first is discipline. When you're playing the drum set, let me tell you, you want to shine. You're like, oh my God, there's this drum fill. I feel like it will work here. But you are in a band. So you have to work as a team. So there's a discipline of teamwork. Learning to know, you know what, it's not your time. There's a guitar who has to shine. For the orchestra, there's this woodwind section that has to shine. Just, calm down. And then there's your time to go forte, go high. It has that discipline of teamwork. It has timekeeping. When you're working, it has taught me, the rehearsal is this time to this time. They're paying the studio. If you get late, there's no studio rehearsal. So you learn to keep time. You learn to work in a team. And then you learn to create. Because for me, I've gotten more into just learning to read magazines about the percussion, to read books about the people's story, and to just discover the music education in Kenya and see, what was done, how can it be done better. And just love life a bit, because with percussion, you have to just think out of the box. If you are very aligned to a specific way of thinking, with percussion, especially with creating music, you have to be very creative. You have to know this one will come here, this one will go there, this idea, this feel. When you're creating music in the studio, you'll need to know how I need to make it sound sweeter, sound tighter, sound better. So it teaches you a lot. Creativity, discipline, teamwork.
Do you feel like there's a difference? Like, what is the difference between orchestra and playing live? Because a friend of mine was telling me, like, orchestra is so structured. Like, everything has to run from this to this. And then there's always, like, drums at this point, you're supposed to play this. And then when you go to a live session or live band, you feel like, the drama is more creative. There's a lot of creativity involved. Do you think, like, that's how it is, or okay, which one do you prefer and why?
That's a good one. So orchestra is very structured, the classical. However, nowadays there are people who are making it a bit fun, a bit more open-minded, modernizing it. We have the GIM, we have Taya, the faculty of one of the universities. And she has this ensemble where they use the Baroque style, that is a classical type of music, and she modernizes it with what the sound is in these times, to make it a bit more lively, to give life to it, and to also reach out to cultures. So orchestra in its own way is very structured. You need to follow, in fact, from going up to going down to stopping to starting, everything is very calculated. There's no space to be creative, because you might be creative and it's like, there's a clash.
Doesn't blend.
Yeah,
it doesn't blend with others. Yeah,
exactly.
I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah.
And for live, you'll just get someone and you're like, this song is getting to the climax. Guys, you just look at each other and you're like, yes, I know we have a structure, but we can just add something. It's very open. As much as there's order, there's the intro, there's the verse, the chorus, the interlude, the outro. That structure is there, but there's spaces for you to just do something creative. Because like when I'm playing the drum set, there's somewhere I feel like just playing the crash. And in the orchestra, the crash is played whenever it is written down. You can't just decide to play a crash. How? Who are you? So yes, that's a difference in that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mercy, for this. I've really enjoyed this interview.
Oh, thank you. I've enjoyed it. It was so good. You've actually opened up my mind to just dig deeper on this classical and percussion thing. It's been an amazing session. Thank you.
Thank you too. I hope we get to do more of this. Yes. So thank you guys for viewing our first show. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a music teacher. I play violin, and I'm just a lover of music. Thank you, and I hope to see you in our next show. Thank you.
Bye-bye.